What's up guys, Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. Thanks so much for watching the video. We are going to take a look at Evolving Skies super early, after release weekend, and see what we got going on. Very interesting set, so let me start off by saying this is super early to be looking at this stuff, first of all. And second of all, this set is obviously one of the most hyped sets in a long time as far as a standard set goes. So you gotta think of what's hype versus what's demand and how those things play out as far as pricing and all that information goes. So it's very important to keep all that stuff in mind while we look at prices. And again, it's only been out for a couple days, so everybody just take what I'm saying, just as what I'm seeing from the information that I got, and I'm gonna point some things out to you, and we're just gonna take a look and see what they're doing and seeing what the prices are. Of course, prices are gonna fall the first couple weeks after a set releases. Prices are really only about stable when a standard set goes into standard play, when people start using them in decks and things, typically. So you'll want to wait for things like all the secret rares to settle down, things that are viable and playable. People are going to be buying those up, trying to build decks with stuff. So it takes a while for all that stuff to see the market flow and the pricing and the sales information to get those prices to where the market says they should be on the secondary market with singles. So all this stuff, keep in mind. Again, this is super early, but this set is very interesting because in a set like we saw with Chilling Reign, when I did this the last time with Chilling Reign, you saw prices with the higher end stuff pretty stable, pretty flat. All those really high secret rare stuff, very collectible. A lot of people that are building binder sets, things like that, want those. So they do see some sales through here. Obviously, Evolving Skies is exponentially higher and more desired than that. I would say the demand for this set is up there with a specialty set instead of a standard set, with the standard set supply. So again, a lot of these prices are super high right now. Everything will settle back down as weeks go on. So, and that's normal. But we're going to take a look at the Evolving Sky stuff, particularly the alternate arts and the secret rares, because again, all this stuff is seeing pretty high sales movement and early pre-sales as well, going for super crazy amounts. And then now we're coming back down to reality and saying, oh shoot, they upped the rarity in this stuff. Oh, you can get 3 secret rares in a box, 2 alternate arts and a secret rare, or 2 secret rares. The higher the rarity count is, it's fun to open. People love opening these packs because you get all kinds of cool stuff in them. But it's going to drive the secondary market to go way down really fast. And that's what we're seeing already. So let's get into it. Of course, I'm using Pikastocks, pikastocks.com. It's a tracking website that uses a graph and pulls information from TCG Player and kind of puts it on a graph so you can see how prices are moving. Let's flip over to that. If you want to look up this information, you can. You go right here to sets, and then scroll down over here. It's actually off to the right because it's not sorted with the regular stuff yet. Evolving Skies is right here. And then it can spit you out to this page. You can either look at the sealed, which is right here, or the cards at the top. And I like the simple view, which I clicked right here, so I can just select the ultra rare and the secret rares right here. But I already have some open. So that's how you look at all the singles prices, which I'm going to get to in a second. First, I want to look at booster box prices. As you can see right now, prices are super high for this set still. Again, we have this nice little latest sales things that we can take a look at on TCG Player that they added here recently. So let's go down a little bit and look at what prices have been doing here recently. So we're back into the release day. So this is like midnight going into the 28th here. And you can see the prices over here. $145, right at MSRP. And as you keep scrolling, you're going to slowly see this number where it should be going down as things get less and less popular, and people are less and less ravenous to try to pick this stuff up. Seeing that you're starting to see numbers here, they're like midday, the 28th, going to 150 range. Here's 150 right there, boom, 155, and once you hit that point, it kind of shows you how much this stuff is selling through. Like, look at these numbers. People buying 2s, 3s at a time. There's some 6s down a little bit lower. A lot of big numbers moving. And then we're up here going towards this way. 5 sold, 6 sold. See those numbers there? Now we're going, again, we're still on the 28th, yesterday. We're going into 160 range for booster boxes. So, yeah, guys, this set is obviously super fun to open. Awesome set to open. People love buying packs for this set. Look, we're at 165-ish. And this is the 29th, Sunday. We're not even into the 29th yet. And you saw some replenishments here with prices going down. People putting stuff out for 145, all that stuff. And you're going to see that with stores and stuff, putting stuff up once they see prices going down. Look at this. A sale for 48 of these at 162. It's a wild set. This is going to get wild. And here we are. Again, these prices are going to go up and down, but as you can see, the listed median price for everything that's on TCG Play right now is 165. So just keep that stuff in mind when you're going out and buying booster boxes and you're seeing these prices for what they're doing. And remember, we are a month away from getting a restock of this of any kind that I know of. There's no more in backlog anywhere. Obviously, stores are still wanting as much as they can. I'd take hundreds of more boxes if they would give it to me. But it's just not there. The supply's not there. It's not going to be there. Probably until Wave 2. We can't expect Wave 2 till probably right when Celebrations comes out. Maybe the first wave of Celebrations stuff, which is the first week of October. We got a long ways to go. We got a ways to go. We got a whole month for the set to do some crazy stuff. Just letting you guys know, sealed product for Evolving Skies, it's not going to get any cheaper. Not right now. Maybe when second wave comes out. But yeah, it's going to be... And a part of that is these crazy prices. I was already looking at the Elite Trainer box. Remember, LGS's, and there was delays on this stuff way long time ago. So, and I was already looking at these. Right around, we're staying around $65 for these ETBs. Remember, MSRP is $40 on these. 62. Look at all these. Look at all these sales for $60. Tons of sales. That was barely release day right here. Now we're into the 28th. Tons and tons of sales of this stuff. Remember, it's the 29th, and we've already had... this is before 10 o'clock on a Sunday, and we've already had this many sales on a Sunday. So, these things are moving. Sealed product is moving. Remember, this stuff is delayed. There's some LGSs that don't even have their supply yet. So just, again, keep it in mind when you go out and to try to look for the stuff and buy the stuff. If it's super high, higher than you want to pay for it, there should be more supply on the way before booster boxes come. These ETBs are going to be rippling out and going to LGSs and stuff. And that price, I expect, will fall. Because I don't even think... Pokemon Center said that their stuff was delayed as well for their Pokemon Center edition ones. So, yeah, all these prices high now for ETBs. I expect them to go lower. Alright, so let's get into the kind of chase stuff of the set. Again, this is PikaStocks.com. I always like to turn on the low because it'll show you the lowest active listing and what things we're selling at on that particular day. This goes all the way back to the 21st. Again, it's the 29th today. Copycat, one of my favorites. I just picked it up and showed you guys just because I love it. I love the Copycat cards, full arts. I think they're so cool. So, as you can see on TCG Player right now, it's about $10 for a full art. Not bad. Decent card. It's not like a huge play. It's not like a Marnie level of, or Boss's Orders level of playability, but it is a good card. People will probably be playing it, at least a couple of them in deck, maybe. So, we'll see. But, yeah, right now, $10, super cheap. Super good deal. The Dragonite, let's check him out. Pretty stable. He was looking at like 90. Again, guys, people are pulling these alt arts. 2 in a box. Every box seems like it has 1. I know there's a lot of variety and variance in that. People are saying that they opened up a case and only got 1 or 2. It happens. Of course it is. It's just the luck and the randomization of just how that card slot goes. But there's a lot of these hitting the market right now. A lot of these are coming out right now. So just keep that in mind. Again, super early on these prices. These will not stay here. They can't. It's physically not possible for them to stay at these prices. There's just too many. The supply is going to be too great. So all these are going to go down. But again, remember with Chilling Reign, the flat line in my video that I did for Chilling Reign, the total flat line of that stuff that was coming out, and how stable those prices were. We're going to see these prices because they were so hyped. The hype was so strong for this set that pre-sales and all that information pushed prices way, way high. And now we're going to see that stuff fall like a rock in the next week or so. And you should. These prices and these cards, again, for as common as they are, common for all cards, there's a lot of them in the set. They're very common for, the type of rarity that they are. We're going to see these prices drop. They have to. They can't stay this way. So Dragonite, looking like $70. He's definitely going to go lower than that. It's a beautiful card. I love it. I have not seen one in person yet, but obviously super good card. No, Duraludon V. This is a card that is pretty much exemplary for the alt arts and the price range that I expect these cards to be. So that's $25 right now for the alt art. And again, it's not the VMAX, not the highest maximum Pokemon. So again, all that stuff factors in the price and stuff. The art is, personally, I think it's meh. In person, it does look really good though. The shine on it really does help, and it pops really good. But it's not Rayquaza. It's not the Eevees, so that's why it's a little bit low. And I expect it to be 25-ish. It might go down to 20, 15 maybe. Just depends on, again, how often we see these cards pop up. This one in particular seems super, super common, so we'll see. Alright, now we get to the good stuff, the good goods. Let's check this guy out. Espeon V, hit that low. Little price bounce there. 74 on the day of release, went down to 57. Now we'll rack up to 62. Obviously that means when we see this information, we saw the same thing in Evolving Skies with these alts. That means that people are actively buying these cards. When prices go up instead of down, that means that they're being bought up faster than they are being put on to the market. So whenever you see price movements like that, that means the sale through on this card is very good. 62 is what it is currently. Espeon V, beautiful card. Definitely one of the favorites. Espeon is one of the favorite of the Eevees. Super, super good card. It's going to be probably lower than this. I expect $40-ish range probably in the next 2 weeks or so. It'll hit that low. But you don't know. That's just me guessing. You don't know though, because there could be. Yeah, the lower the prices go, the more accessible things become. If like the Rayquaza VMAX alt went all the way down to $100, people will be buying tons of those because that's a good deal for that beautiful of a card, for that the chase card of the set. It's one of those things that, if prices hit that low, that becomes a lot more reasonable for somebody to go and buy that card because it becomes more accessible to them. Glaceon V, one that I haven't seen a lot in person. I have not seen this card. Again, a little sloping downtrend since the week of pre-release, which is to be expected. Again, Glaceon V, not the V Max, so again, it's got that kind of stuff that kind of goes against it. But it's a beautiful, cute little card. What is it? $60 right now. It's definitely going to go lower than that. But again, for people that want to collect these sets, make the binder sets and things like that of all this stuff, all these are going to see good sales through. And we can go back on TCG Player if you click that right there on Picastocks. Go to the card and go to latest sales. We can check it out and see. There are sales that are happening at these prices. Look at this one, went for $43. Interesting. But yeah, you can see, prices, even in the past just a couple days, went from $90 all the way down now to $65, and you can expect that sign of quick decline to be happening. It's just how it goes. All right, keep moving. Glaceon VMAX, obviously another favorite of mine. Just a cute card. It's got a lot going on in it. Again, look at these little sales bumps. Again, that's a big sales bump here. And then a little slope trend down here. Again, that means that things are being sold. And people are actively buying this card. It is a good looking card. Let's see how many are in TCG Player. Again, this is the type of stuff you want to be looking at when you look at and want to expect and see price. There's 17 listed. We go to the latest sales. Check it out. This is back on the 27. Look at that. That's pretty good sales volume. We're seeing close to 10-ish a day selling for the $90 range. So, again, that means it gives you an idea of how sought after this card is and how popular this card is for sales. So, if it's selling actively at this price and you think things are moving through at a pretty steady pace, that means that you can anticipate this card to have less slowdown because less cards in the market mean that there's less people that are competing for the lowest price. So If this had like 40 listings, we'd see that price falling a lot faster. But again, it's only at 17, so there's not a lot of stuff to trigger movement on that kind of stuff. Again, this is all the stuff that you guys want to keep in mind when you go look at this stuff. I pulled up Good Luck V just again to give an example. This guy's 18 bucks, 19 bucks right now. Good looking alt art, but it's Golurk. You know, it is what it is as far as the Pokemon. I don't like it personally, but I love the art. The art is beautiful, and it's a cool card for sure. So sitting at right at 20 bucks gives you an idea. If it's 20 bucks right now, where could it be here in the next couple weeks? So again, keep all this stuff in mind when you guys go to look at this stuff. Leafeon V, not the VMAX, this is the V. Pretty typical little slope here, and then as things started to sell on the weekend, dipping down. Very, very normal slide to see on that. The VMAX, the Yeehaw Leafeon. Good looking card. I love it. It's just a weird, quirky, like, look at Pokemon. I think it's cool. Sitting at $90 right now. A card that is popular just because of the meme of it being a cute country Leafeon. But yeah, I totally expect this card to dip probably half in price at least. Medicham V, again, another example of a cheap alt. Pretty normal graph here, pretty flat, but you know, it's at 20 bucks, and it was never really that high to begin with, so it gives you an idea. Noivern V, one that I'm actually surprised by to see so low, down to $31.50 for this guy. A huge decline from release. That could just be a number of factors, maybe a lot of listings going up, a lot of people, maybe the pull rates being higher than what we are expecting and are typically seeing for maybe some of the other alt arts. So this card sliding, I think 30 bucks is a steal for this card, though, for how awesome it looks. Again, the picture doesn't really do it justice here. In person, it looks awesome. Very, very 3D effect. The lighting effect on Noivern kind of pops really good with the texturing on the card, so that's good. Good card for 30 bucks. I think it's a pretty good buy. Again, I'm surprised it's so low as it is. All right, getting to the good. Rayquaza V with Zinnia in the art of it. Pretty steady at release. For pre-release, again, as we see these cards open and people wanting to sell through this stuff, obviously chase cards are going to be, for people that don't want that card in particular, they want to dump it to get rid of that stuff because they want to pull more stuff, right? Very, very common. You know, if somebody has a chase card and this just ain't it, or just because it has good value and you want to get return on your booster box or packs or whatever you bought, a lot of people will take a card like this and dump it in these first couple days. So it's down to 70. I think that still is a little pretty high for it. Again, we got 28 listings, so that's a lot more listings than like the EVs, for example. We can go, again, look at the sales through. Look at that, already at the 28th here. You know, good numbers of sales still, and they were selling at 90 yesterday. So, yeah, just kind of gives you an idea of prices sliding and doing what they do. But yeah, obviously a beautiful card, very sought after card, but I think the price is gonna slide a little bit more. All right, Rayquaza VMAX. Now you're looking at a card that was pre-selling in some cases for $400. I've seen a lot of really super high prices on this guy. Again, we'll turn on the low here. Obviously, a lot more being listed than what is selling. On Teacher Player, again, at $300, very cost prohibitive, very high price. It's a lot more alluring, very much like the Pikachu VMAX from Vivid Voltage. That's a very good card that you want to pull and then flip and get rid of to make your money back, to recoup costs instead of really buying it at the price. So we've seen a 365 on release. We're down to 215. That's a big slide. I think we're going to go lower on this guy even. We should see it maybe even pushing down to 100, just because, again, these higher end stuff, yeah, kind of draws people in to pull these cards, but we're going to see this really, I think, decline over here in the next couple days as people just see more and more on the market. It loses the more common you see something that's supposedly rare, the mentality of it is that it is not as rare as you think it is. So again, super, super popular card, very, very good card, very playable card, but again, a lot of these sales are going to be slipping down. Again, look at this. 433 sales in that. 566 one sold for. Insane. And now we're down to 250. Last sold. 215 before that. So, again, 51 listings. Look at this. Again, look at all these numbers, guys, when you look at this stuff. 51 listings for this card. People are dumping this card just because they want to recoup costs and make that money. The price has to slide when there's this many listings. It just has to. So if you're looking at this card, you're thinking about buying it, I think we have a while to go before it hits the price floor. So again, use this information to make smart buying decisions. Sylveon V, super cute card. I've seen a lot of these pulled as well. Big drop here from release day to now. Now it looks like we're settling around 50. I think we're going to go even lower than that. Sylveon VMAX, again, a lot of these cards being pulled. I've seen this probably more than any other of these alt arts, which is crazy because it's a VMAX and it's a super beautiful card and super expensive still. But again, let's look at it. 40 listings, again, pretty high. And no sales as of 10 o'clock on today, but a couple of sales from yesterday at 150 and then we're down to 100. Again, these prices cannot hold with so many listings because people are going to be wanting to see these numbers slide and move these cards at the prices that they are. And they will undercut other people to move these cards. So, Umbreon V, another super good card, but again, boom, look at this card. It was at 125 pre-sale. On release day, 123. We are down to $69 on TCG Player. So, again, look at these sales. Again, a lot of 3 sold just as of 10 o'clock of today. So, again, this card is moving. But, again, a lot of these people, 57 listings again. A lot of these cards out, getting pulled, being cracked right now. And people are wanting to recoup the costs. Wait for it to settle down. It will. The VMAX, the big boy. Again, look at this slide. Boom, boom. Went from almost 300 down to 140 right now. It's gonna go lower. It's okay. Give it the 2 weeks. The last one here, Zinnia's Resolve. I just put up here just because it's got the waifu factor going for it. Again, a little bump here on release day. All right, a little bit, and then back down. We're at right at $18 for this card, so it's pretty cheap. I expect this card to probably stay where it's at. $20 for a waifu. We're gonna see how well she plays. There are a lot of listings. There could be a lot of movement. Could be a pretty good opportunity because again, we saw in Chilling Reign. After the first week or so, the prices dipped down, and then it got to a point where people were comfortable buying them, and then we went back up. So we saw that when we looked at the prices, and we will look at Evolving Skies again because it is so interesting with the hype and stuff behind it. But that is what prices are currently there, guys. So again, sealed product is going to be rough, especially booster boxes, and the cards will definitely keep sliding as they do. And as those things go down, boxes make less and less sense at the price that they are. So box prices could just go down just because the movement of the sales just don't happen. So yeah, guys, we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. This is going to be a good one to watch. And I'll be following along with you guys and letting you know what I see from my end. But yeah, thanks guys, appreciate you. Long one today, but appreciate you guys sticking with me, liking and subscribing and supporting the channel and the store like you guys always do. Appreciate you.